So now you know how to stop comparing yourself to other people. If you haven't watched the previous videos in this series, make sure you watch them all in order so you know exactly what to do in your life in order to improve your quarter-life crisis. Now we're looking into the illusion of safety, why there is no safe path in life. So let's get into it. Now let's talk about the illusion of safety, because people believe that you can just be safe in life. You take a specific career path, choose a specific degree in your life, or you get into a relationship, you get married, and you have this illusion that everything is safe. Now I'm going to tell you in this video why you are never safe. So here's what we're going to cover. We're going to cover the illusion of safety, right? The lie that society has told you about safety, how every decision has a cost, and why you cannot play it safe in your life and career, and the sacrifices you will have to make in order to live up to your purpose in life and to be happy. So the illusion of safety, what is it? Most people, they believe that, if you go to school, you get a degree, you get a job, and, you're set for life, basically. So, for example, me in university, I got a bachelor's in arts, and I had nothing to show for after it. I thought, if I go to school and I study in arts, and I'm going to get an easy job after, I'm going to find a job, in the industry, in the film industry, and I'm going to be set. That didn't happen. So I went to go work at a call center where I was way too overqualified for at the time. And I could tell because my coworkers were kind of dumb, not trying to sound arrogant, but they were kind of dumb. I'm not the only one. I'm sure many of you guys, maybe went into school, and you thought you're going to be safe after, but you weren't. After the degree, you had to find a job, you had to hunt for a job, you had to, sell yourself in a way at the interview. And even then, even when you do find a job, even the job isn't safe because, you could lose the job for some reason. For example, COVID hits and you lose your job, which was what happened, as I was working as a financial advisor / collections agent. Many people lost their jobs and they were calling us at the bank and asking for help. And these people, they probably, maybe were working at this place for 10 plus years and then they just got fired all of a sudden. And they thought that they were safe. But that wasn't the case. No matter what path you take, nothing is ever safe. Why is nothing safe? Because every single decision that you make in life will have a cost. So for example, finding a job, you want to find a job that makes you a lot of money, for example, and you go the traditional career path, you think that you're not taking really much risk because, hey, I get a job, I get employed, I'm good for life. Well, you are taking a risk, and what you are risking is your happiness, your levels of fulfillment. You're sacrificing your passion, you're sacrificing your soul, and you're sacrificing your time that you will never get back. Wasted years of your life at a job you hate. Now, this is what I call risk. This is what I call, a danger. This isn't safety. Right? This is sacrificing your life. That's the most dangerous and most reckless thing you could ever do with your life, is to go into a field you don't care about just to make ends meet or whatever your reason is to go into that field. Since every decision has a cost, every decision implies sacrifice, the real question is, what are you willing to sacrifice? Would you rather sacrifice your soul, or would you rather sacrifice safety or the illusion of safety? What I want to suggest to you is that you should sacrifice the illusion of safety instead of sacrificing your soul. Now, does that mean that you have to be reckless and you drop out of school and fuck school and start your own YouTube channel with no business experience and nothing of a business idea or nothing like that? No, I'm not saying you got to be reckless. I'm just saying that you must be willing to take certain risks in life in order to be happy, in order to find lasting fulfillment in your life. And don't quit your job or drop out of school right away, and you might have to consider, let's say, gradual transitioning. So if you had a job you hate or a degree that you hate, yes, you could drop out, but sometimes it's better to sort of tie certain loose ends, right? Sort of finish that chapter in your life and transition gradually So for example, me, when I started Nameless, I had a part-time job. I couldn't go full-time right away because it would be too dangerous, too risky, because I didn't have sort of proof of concept, or I didn't know what my market was at the beginning. But now that I know, what kind of people I serve, what kind of videos I make and all that, who are my clients, it's much easier for me now, to get serious about Nameless right now. So why can't you play it safe? Why do you have to let go of safety? Why do you have to take risk? Why can't you play it safe? You can't play it safe because safety limits your field of view. By definition, when you're trying to be safe, you're trying to limit your options to only doing a few specific things. Usually those things are the things that are sort of laid out by society and sort of laid out by, the collective, the group. And I have a story of someone that I was on a consultation with that I was trying to help, and no matter what I told her about, what do you truly want out of life? What do you want to achieve in your life? She could only go back to school and what she should do. So I'd ask her, what do you like to do? Oh, I like helping people a lot and all that. So I think that, maybe I should be a counselor, maybe a psychologist. How about a social worker? I asked my mom, and my mom told me it would be a good idea. And then all of these, no matter what I asked her, she always went back to sort of the safety, what she knew, only the things that she was told, only the things that made sense sort of in the societal context. And because of that, she was shooting herself in the foot. You're just thinking here, okay, we're just doing a thought exercise with this program, you're doing certain exercises. Even if you write down you want to become an astronaut or Olympic lifter and you think it's impossible, still write it down. It doesn't matter. You write this down, and you want to expand your comfort zone. Stop thinking only about what is safe, because safety will bring you only where you've already been, or safety will only bring you where most people have been in the past. So that's not, since this is limiting, the more limiting it is, the less likely you are to find who you truly are. You are to find true clarity and purpose in your life. On making sacrifices, I tell you that you have to make sacrifices in life, and this is true because you only have 24 hours in a day. And each decision that you take about what you're going to do with your day-to-day, by definition, when you're doing X, you are not doing Y. Right? When you're doing action number 1, you're not doing action number 2. When you work on your purpose, when you're working on what truly matters to you, you are not wasting your time on social media. You are not wasting your time trying to please others and partying, drinking, and doing the shit that is going to bring you nowhere in life. Conversely, when you are studying in this field that you hate, when you're putting yourself in a computer science program that you're going to hustle for 4 years and study like 2 to 4 hours a day for the next few years, you are sacrificing all this time. And while you're doing that, you are not working on your purpose. You are not discovering who you truly are. You are not doing something that you love. Unless, of course, you like computer science, that's a different thing, okay? Unless you like that thing, okay, you're basically wasting all of your life. And the more you sacrifice for the greater good, aka the more you sacrifice towards what truly matters to you, the more successful you'll be, the more happy you'll be. So sacrifice feeds your purpose, feeds who you are, feeds your passion, your vision in life. So what are some things that you might have to sacrifice in order to get to where you want in life? Live a fulfilling life and live up to your full potential. You might have to sacrifice, for example, your social circle. For example, me, I had about 50 plus acquaintances and friends, like a huge circle of people. And that was, right after college, I wanted to become popular, have a lot of friends, and I even to a house party where there were like 60 people at my house or 70 people. There were a shit ton of people. And I knew all of them, by the way. Pretty much like 90% of the people at the party I knew. And now I basically threw away all of these friends. I only have 5 to 10 friends now. Why? Because I had to make a sacrifice. I couldn't waste my time spending my time with these people, because then I'll be taking away from Nameless, taking away from my passion and purpose, taking away from what I could be doing with my life. Second thing you might have to sacrifice is leisure and hobbies. So for example, me, when I was really struggling, in the dating and social aspects in my life, I completely gave up video games for at least 3 to 4 years just to improve my social skills and get sort of the dating area of my life handled. And I even lost who I thought was my best friend at the time. And yes, he was my best friend and we're genuinely best friends. But then we were no longer friends after that because the only thing we had in common was video games. So that was kind of a sad thing, but a necessary thing in order to overcome my quarter-life crisis and begin a new chapter in my life. Because really overcoming a quarter-life crisis comes down to beginning a new chapter in your life. And you have to be willing to begin that chapter. The third thing you might have to sacrifice is money, right? So for example, me, I spent thousands of dollars on training programs, books, and you too, you had to sacrifice some money to join this program, which this program isn't free. It's not cheap either, right? So you had to sacrifice that. And also what I did is I sacrificed, the possibility of me hopefully getting a full-time job and working at a big company. Instead, I chose a part-time job, a small part-time job instead of a full-time one because I wanted more time for my business. Next thing you might have to sacrifice is your self-image, your reputation, and your status. Now that's a big one because a lot of people, the reason why they're stuck in their quarter-life crisis, the reason why they're not advancing in their life is because they care way too much about what other people think. And because they care too much about what other people think, they can't move ahead. You have to give up this idea. For example, what I did is I gave up the idea of making, like $50K per year, working full-time at a good company. And instead, I sacrificed this idea of, having that reputation status to just go at a shitty part-time job and work on Nameless. So that's what I decided to do. Another thing you might have to sacrifice is family time and social obligations. And that might be a hard one because, if you're really tied to your family and, maybe you have a family business and all that, well, really to overcome your quarter-life crisis and find purpose in your life, you have to spend time by yourself. You have to sort of discover what these things are. And if these things are aligned with your family, all the better. If they're not, unfortunately, you might have to do something else. So for example, you might have to move out from your parents' place and, just start your own thing, or just spend less time with your family. That might happen. Another thing you might have to sacrifice is your job, right? The current job that you have right now, you might have to let it go because you realize it's not the right thing for you. And that might be something you have to let go of. So in conclusion, don't buy into the lie that you can have a safe career path, a safe job, whatever, because safety is an illusion and every decision has a cost. And the most dangerous choice that you're making by choosing the illusion of safety is that you are sacrificing your soul to do things that you don't like, that you don't care about. Yes, okay, you don't want to be reckless. You want to do informed choices in your life. You don't just want to take risks for no reason. But understand that every decision has a cost and that playing it safe is not going to help you in the long run. There will be sacrifices you'll have to make. And no matter what you do, there will be a sacrifice. So before you get into the next video, I want you to answer this question. Take out your journal, piece of paper, and write this down. What am I willing to sacrifice in my life to achieve what I want in life? Okay, what am I willing to sacrifice in my life to achieve what I want in life? Answer this question and just take a few minutes to answer it. Honestly, write the first thing that comes to your mind. So I hope this video helps you and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. So here is the 8-part series of Core Life Mastery. The first week of the program for free. I hope you really enjoyed it because I really put a lot of effort into that. I really thought about it. I really sort of researched it. And I really want to make it like the best program out there for people in their 20s, 30s, or even 18, 19 years old. People who are struggling, don't know what to do with their lives. It's really my life's work and it's my legacy. I put so much effort into that. And I know some of you probably already clicked off. You don't give a shit, but I don't care. If the training is still up, the free training, because it's going to be taken down very soon, the link will be below. If not, you should be able to get access to the course by clicking on the link below. And but just click for the link below, and then you know exactly what to do in order to get access to more content from Quarter Life Mastery. So I hope this really helped you out. And I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully, I'll see you. Peace.